All right, here I want to show you how you can answer different 4 questions that WAEC can ask you in relation to truncated hexagonal pyramid, as you can see in the drawing below. How you can answer 4 different questions that have to do with truncated hexagonal pyramid, which WAEC can ask you to answer in your technical drawing paper on geometrical drawing, that is paper 2. But before I move on to solve the problem, subscribe to this channel. Just look for a subscribe button, hit the subscribe button, and then make sure you also tap the notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video, you'll be notified. So what are those questions that I'm talking about that have to do with truncated hexagonal pyramid? Number 1 question is that you'll be asked to draw the given view. That is what you see here. You'll be asked to draw it. Number 2 question is that you'll be asked to draw the complete plan. You'll be asked to draw the complete plan. And the 3rd question is that you will be asked to draw the end elevation in direction of the arrow. Though I didn't put the arrow here, but I'll just put the arrow here now. This is the arrow. So let's call it arrow K, as you can see here. All right, so that is the 3rd question. And the 4th question is that you will be asked to draw the true shape of the chord surface. That is the 4th question. So I may add another one to it. But let me work on these 4 questions first. So all you need to do now is to stick with me, pay attention to everything that I'm going to explain here so that you too can be able to do it. Let's go. Now, as you can see here, this is the front elevation of a truncated pyramid, and we are told here that distance from here to here is 60 millimeters across corner. So I believe you have been following me in all the videos that I've uploaded, and I've mentioned distance across corner. You'll have known what we are supposed to do. All right, so distance across corner is 60 millimeters, and we are told that the distance of this point here, where the cutting plane touch this slant side, so the distance of this point from the base is 20 millimeters, and then the height of the whole pyramid is 70 millimeters, and then the cutting plane is inclined at an angle 30 degrees to the horizontal line. So that means we are going to make use of our 30-degree set square to produce this cutting plane. Now, the arrow K that we are asked to produce the end elevation of the pyramid from is this. So let us go and look at how this can be done. So I'm going to show you everything that you are supposed to know about this problem so that you will not find any part of it difficult to do. Now, the first thing that you need to do, as you can see on my paper, is to draw a vertical center line. Then you also draw a horizontal center line. After you have done that, as we are told that the distance across corner is 60 millimeters, so you take a radius of 30 millimeters. Take a radius of 30 millimeters, put it at this point, and draw a circle like this. Draw a circle like this. After you have drawn the circle, put the pinpoint of your compass here with that same radius, make an arc up and down of this point. Then you also bring it here. So you make an arc up and down of the point. Alright, so the next thing you are going to do is that you connect this point together with straight lines. So join this together with a straight line like this. Then you join this together like this. So you also join this together. So what we are doing is that we want to produce an hexagon. So you cannot get the given view without producing this hexagon or the plan, because the base of the object is hexagonal in shape. So you have to produce this hexagon before you can get the given view. So just follow me as I'm doing it. It's very simple. All right, so after you have done this, so we are going to number the points. So I will number the point. Okay, the point on the hexagon has been numbered. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just number it like that. So the next thing you are going to do is that we are going to connect 3 and 6 together with a straight line. So connect 3 and 6 together with a straight line like this. I'm supposed to use this pen. So connect 3 and 6 together, and then we also connect 2 and 5 together. Connect 2 and 5 together, as we have connected 1 and 4 together. So we also need to connect this together. So after you have done this, now let us get the given view. So to get the given view, what you need to do is to just move up a little bit. So this has no measurement, so just move up a little bit to draw a horizontal line. Then from this point 1 here, draw a vertical line up. Just draw it. When you touch the horizontal line, stop it there. Point 2 and point 6, they are at the same point on the circumference of the circle or on the hexagon. So also project a vertical line. Here also project a vertical line, and you come to point 4, project a vertical line up here. Then, as we know that the height of the pyramid is 70 millimeters, take a measurement of 70 millimeters from this point. Take a measurement of 70 millimeters. So this is 70 millimeters. So this is 70 millimeters. So the next thing we are going to do is that we are going to connect. But before I connect this point, the point, I want to number this. So I will number it now. All right, so I've numbered the point on the horizontal line. This is 1 prime to differentiate it from what we have in the plan on the hexagon. So this is 1 prime, 2 prime, 6 prime. That is this point. This point is for 3 prime, 5 prime, and this point is for 4 prime. Okay, so the next thing we are going to do, as I said, is to join this point with the apex of the pyramid. So just draw a line like this. So I said that I don't want to hide anything from you. I want you to see everything done in full so that you can be able to do it as I'm doing it here. So also you join this. So join this with the apex, and then you also join. So this point with the apex. So don't forget to subscribe. If you have not subscribed to this channel, subscribe so that you can learn more. So that whenever I upload a new video, by pressing a notification bell, you will be notified. So as you are told that the cutting plane, this cutting plane, as it goes like this, it touched this point. That is the slant side of the pyramid. It touched it at this point, 20 millimeters. So how can you get that 20 millimeters? You cannot measure 20 millimeters on this line. If you measure that will not be correct. So what you need to do is to come to the center here. From this point, that is the base of the pyramid, take a measurement of 20 millimeters up. That is to this point. This is 20 millimeters. Then you produce horizontal line from this point. Just draw a horizontal line. From this point, draw a horizontal line here. Yes, so this is the point. So this is the point. The point is here now. So then you take your 30 degrees set square. Take your 30 degrees set square, set it like this. And then you produce, you draw the cutting plane. That's the cutting plane there. So the next thing we are going to do is that by the time we have cut this part, we cut it away. So the remaining part that we have here, we need to make them shown very well. So we need to bring them out with thick continuous line. That's what I'm doing here now. So also you draw this. So make this a thick line, and also you come here. So you also make this a thick line, and then you make this a thick line. Then the base, you also make it a thick line. Okay, all right. So this is how it should look. So we have answered question A or question 1. question 1, we have answered question 1 that we should draw the given view. So we have produced the given view. Don't forget that I said that you need to draw this hexagon for you to get the given view. So I believe that you understood how that was done. Now the next thing that we want to do is to draw the complete plan as we are told in the question. Why are we asked to draw the complete plan? The reason is that if this object happens to be a solid object and this part is cut off, I believe that you should know that if you have used a saw to cut it, that is the saw that we use to cut wood, that we use it to cut it. If it happens to be a wooden object, even if it's a metallic object, we use an axe saw to cut it. You are going to see a rough surface on this part. So that roughness that we have here, we need to show it here in the plan. That's why we are asked to draw the complete plan. So how do you draw the complete plan? What we are going to do is that from this point here, from this point here, and from this point, we are going to produce vertical lines downward into the plan. So what we do is this. This is line 1. This line is line 1. If you see it, this is 1 prime. So this is line 1 and this is point 1 here. So what you need to do is that you produce a vertical line. I need to extend this line a bit. Okay. Now, so produce a vertical line downward into the plan. So it goes like this. When it touch line 1 here, this is line 1. When it touch line 1, you stop it there. So you take note of this point. Take note of this point. And then you move to this line contains 2 and 6. So that means this point is point 2 and 6. So from this point, draw a vertical line down into the plan. So when it touch line 2 here, and it touch line 6 here. Touch line 2 here, line 6 here. So that you can see it. So we have this point here. That is point 1. This is point 6, and this is point 2 here. So the next is you move. So this line contains 3 and 5. So from this point, so produce a vertical line into the plan. So this line touch point 5 here at this point on this line, and it touch 3 here on this line 3. Then the next is this line contains 4. So what you need to do is to produce a vertical line down from this point into the plan. So it touch line 4 at this point now. So all these points, we are going to join them together with straight lines. So what I mean is this. So you join this together with a straight line. So you join this together with a straight line. As I said, that I don't want to hide anything from you. I want you to see everything done in full so that you can do your own like that. And whenever you come across any question that has to do with all these questions that I'm answering, you too will be able to answer it without experiencing any difficulty, without getting stuck. So now, so we join this together. So don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and then I would like you to share this video or all my videos with your friends who are technical drawing students in other school, or in the same school as you or where you are. So share it with them. Tell them about this YouTube channel. So my YouTube channel name is Grace Tutor. So I teach technical drawing and I make it raw for you to see how you can undo your compass, how you can or everything that you need to do or that you to know about technical drawing. All right, so what I'm doing now is that I need to produce arching lines on the surface to show the roughness of the surface of this part. So that's what I'm doing now. So the arching lines are produced with the use of 45 degrees set square. You have to make use of your 45 degrees set square, and the arching lines are parallel to each other and they are equally spaced. So you don't have to measure the space, as I've said in other work that I've done that have to do with the use of arching lines. So all you need to do is to use your eyes to take the space yourself, and you produce the arching lines with the use of thin continuous line. So it's very simple to do. So you are making use of your 45 degrees set square, as I've said, and that's what I'm doing here now. All right. So what we are doing here is that we are showing the roughness of this surface. Okay. All right. So that's all. That's all. So we have produced the complete plan. That means we have answered question B or question 2 among the 4 questions that I wrote out. Don't forget that the first question says that we should draw the given view, and then the second question says that we should draw the complete plan. So I've drawn the given view and I've drawn the complete plan. The third question that we want to answer is that it says that we should draw the end elevation of the object of the hexagonal pyramid in direction of arrow K. So this is arrow K, it goes in this direction. That means our end elevation will be drawn on the right side. That means it's coming here. It's coming here. So look at the way I'm going to do it. Look at the way I'm going to do. So what you need to do here is that from this line contains 2 and 3. So what you need to do is to draw a horizontal line from this line, not from the circle, but from this line. You draw a horizontal line to the right side. This line contains 1 and 4. So draw a horizontal line from here, like this. Just look at the way I'm doing it. Then this line contains 5 and 6. So draw a horizontal line from here too. Draw a horizontal line from here. And then this is the base. So draw a horizontal line from the base here. You go up to the height of the pyramid and you draw a horizontal line to the right side. After you have done all this, the next thing that you need to do is to just move away from the 2 views. So from this point, draw a vertical line like this. Draw a vertical line. Now, this point here, this point where this horizontal line that comes out from the front elevation intersect the vertical line that we have drawn. So they are inclined at an angle 90 degrees to each other. Take your 45 degrees set square, bring it to this point here. Bring it to this point here and draw an inclined line like this. Okay, draw an inclined line like this. Now, if you look at this line now, if you look at this line, this inclined line touch line 2 and 3 at this point here. And it touched line 1 and 4 at this point here. Okay, it touched line 5 and 6 at this point. Touched at this point. So the next thing that you need to do is that from this point, this line 2 and 3, draw a vertical line. So that vertical line should stop on this horizontal line that comes out from the plan. But this line that comes out from 1 and 4, draw that vertical line up to the horizontal line that we drew out of the apex of the pyramid. So this is it. Then this line that comes out from 5 and 6 here, this point that we got here, so draw a vertical line and let it stop here. Stop it here. So I can. Okay. Now the next thing we are going to do is that so you join this point together with the apex of the pyramid, and also this point you join it together with the apex of the pyramid. All right, so now I'm going to number this point. So if you look at this line, this line is for 2 and 3. So I'm going to number this point as 2 and 3. This line is for 1 and 4. I will number this point. If you go like this and come up like this, I'll number this point as 1 and 4. And then this line is for 5 and 6. When I get to this point, go up vertically. This line is for, this point is for 5 and 6. I'm going to do that now. All right, so I've numbered, and the next thing that we are going to do is that what we see here, just let me explain to you what we see here. If you look at the number of lines that we have here, we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Then for this one, which is the front elevation, we have line 1, 2, 3, 4. So why are they different? The reason is that when you are looking at the object in this direction, you will see this corner. you will see this corner, you will see this corner and this corner. So that is why we have 4 here. But when you are looking at it in this direction, you are going to see just 3 corners. This is this corner, and this corner. Those are the 3 lines that we have here. So I'm telling you what you need to know here. So this thing is simple. You just need to understand it and visualize the object that you are working on. So that is what I'm doing here. All right. So the next thing we are going to do is that from this point, this is point 4. This is point 4, where the cutting plane touch this lantern side. This is point 4. Draw a horizontal line into the end elevation like this. Then this point is for 5 and for 3 and 5. Draw a horizontal line also from here into the end elevation. So draw it like this. And this point is for 2 and 6. Also draw a horizontal line into the end elevation. And this point is for 1. So draw a horizontal line into the end elevation. So I've done that. Okay, so I've done that. Now I need to locate the point in the end elevation. So I believe you can see this very well. So how do we locate the point? It's very simple. What you need to do is that let's locate point 1 and 4 first. Let's locate point 1 and 4. If you follow me here, this line is for 1 and 4, and you go straight like this, you come and then you go up vertical. Now if you look at this point is point 1. So all I need to do along this line that contains 1 and 4, I will go up to this point. So this horizontal line that comes out from point 1 on the front elevation, and the vertical line that comes out from 1 and 4 on the vertical line. So we have this point where they intersect, where the horizontal line and the vertical line intersect is point 1. So here is 1 here. Here we have 1. Then for 4, this is point 4 here. If I go up, if I go to the right side like this on the horizontal, and I come up vertical on this vertical line, so this point, the point of intersection is point 4. So this is where we have it. Then let's locate point 2. So point 2, this is point 2 here. This point contains 2 and 6. So if I go straight here like this on this horizontal line, and I go on this lighting side that contains 2 and 3 up like this, so this point of intersection is point 2. This is point 2 here. Here we have point 2. And then for point 3, point 6. Point 6 is also, point 6 is beside it. This is point 6 here. So if I go up like this, I said this line contains 2 and 6. So the point of intersection is point 6. We have it here. Then point 3 and 5. Point 3 and 5. This point contains 3 and 5. So if I go horizontal like this, and I go up like this for 3, 2 and 3. So this point is point 3. And then this point here will be point 5. So I believe that is clear to you. So the next thing that you need to do is to join them together with straight lines. So you join this together. Then you join this together with a straight line. Like this. So join this together with a straight line. So don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel for you to learn more about technical drawing. So by the time you hit the notification bell, whenever I upload a new video, you will be notified. And as I said that you have to share this video with your friends who are technical drawing students in other school. Make sure you like the video and also share the video as I said. Okay, so now we are still okay. So what I'm doing now is that, I said we see those points, so we need to make sure those points are made thick. So you have to make them thick. And then the next thing we are going to do is that to show the roughness of the surface, because by the time you are looking at it, you see it looking rough. So we have to produce arching lines on this surface too. So that's what I'm doing now with my 45-degree set square. That's what I'm doing. Okay. All right. So as I said that the arching lines are equally spaced. So I've said that several times. So we are still repeating what we have done before or what I've said before. Okay. All right. All right, we're going to number the point. All right, we have answered the third question. So that is, we have to draw the end elevation in direction of arrow. Okay, so now we want to answer the fourth question, which is for us to produce the true shape of the chords. So how do you produce the true shape? It goes like this. What you need to do now is that you take your set square, the 60-degree side of your set square. You are going to produce perpendicular lines to each of these points. Produce a perpendicular line here, a perpendicular line here, perpendicular line here, perpendicular line here to this line. Now, I said you have to make use of your 60-degree set square for you to produce a perpendicular line. You should know a perpendicular line is inclined at an angle 90 degree to the line on which it is drawn. So what you need to do is to make use of 60-degree set square. Why? Or 60-degree side of our set square. So why are you using that? The reason is that the cutting plane is inclined at an angle 30 degree. So if you sum up 30 and 60 degree, 30 degree plus 60 degree will give you 90 degree. So that's why we have to make use of the 60-degree side of your set square. So that's what I'm doing now. So you come to this point, draw a line in this direction, then you bring it to this point. So you draw a line in this direction. So you come to this point, draw a line in this direction. Okay. So draw a line in this direction, and then you come to this point here. So you draw a line in this direction. So after you have done that, so the next thing that you need to do is that you have to draw a parallel line to this line. You draw a parallel line to this line with your 30-degree set square. For you to be able to draw parallel line to this line, you have to make use of 30-degree side of your set square as you have drawn this with 30 degree. So you bring it here. So just bring it to this point. Just move away from the view and draw a line like this of any length, Now, if you look at this point contains 1. So if we follow this line 1 like this point is point 1. That's point 1. Then you come to this point contains 4. If you follow this line, so this point is point 4 here. This point is point 4. This point is point 1. So we now need to look for point 2, point 3, point 5, and 6. So how do we do that? So it's very simple. What you need to do is this. Now, if you look at this is point 2 and this is point 6. So there is a line in between them, horizontal line between them. So the distance of that is this horizontal line. So there is a point that separates them, which is in the middle of the hexagon. So this point from 2 and from 6 is equal. So I mean the distance from this point to 2 and from this point to 6, it's equal. So what you just need to take one of them with your compass. So is either you take from this point to 2 or from this point to 6. So they are equal. So just take one of them. So just take one of them with your compass like this. Then you bring it. This line contains 2 and 6. So you follow this line and then you go up like this in this middle line that you have produced. So you put it at this point and you make an arc up and down like this. So this point is point 2 and this point is point 6. That's point 6. Then for 3 and 5, you put it at this point. You come to this point, the midpoint of point 5 and point 3. Put it here and extend your compass to 5, or you extend your compass to 3. So then you bring it. This line contains 3 and 5. So you go up like this, come to this point here. So you make an arc here and then you make an arc here. So this is point 3. This is point 3 and this is point 5. So we are going to join them together with a straight line. So there is it. So join them together like this. So join them together with straight lines. So join this together. This. So join this together. So join this together with this. And then so join this together. Alright, so the next thing that we are going to do is to make sure we arch the surface, and when we are done, that means we have produced the true shape of the chord surface. So the true shape is always inclined, to the surface, it's always inclined to the surface, as you can see here. Okay. Alright, so we're almost done with this. Alright, so that's it. So I said I want to make it 5 questions. So the 5th question is the surface development. So this is the true shape. So the 5th question is the surface development of the frustum of the pyramid. What is the frustum of the pyramid? That is this shape. So let's assume that we want to cut this part and spread it. So this is, let's call this point X, and let's call this point, let's call it point X. So the question will tell you that you should draw the surface development of the object using XX as seam. Seam is spelled S-E-A-M. So using XX as seam, that means you have to cut it here and open it. So now, how do we do that? So you just need to look at me, don't mind the time. I'm also considering my time. So now, what you just need to do is that you come here. Okay, let me go up because we need space. So just come here. So I will still make use of this horizontal line. The work will not look rough. Okay, let me make use of this one. Normally, if you are doing this in exam, you don't have to draw anything here, but because I need this space, so I need this space in exam, I will use somewhere here because of my camera. So that's why I want to make use of this space. So you draw a horizontal line like this. So let's call the apex of the pyramid. Let's call it point O here. Let's call it point O. So now let's put O here like this. So this is point O here, as we have done it there. Then you take your compass. You put at point O. Now this line O1 prime is the true length. If they ask you, this line O1 prime is the true length of the pyramid. So you just need to take distance O1 prime like this. Take it with your compass. This O1 prime, take it with your compass. Then you put the pinpoint of your compass at point O here, and you draw an arc. Look at the way I'm going to do it. So you draw an arc like this. So after you have drawn the arc, so you know we are opening from here. This is we are 4 here. So that means this point is 4. Then the next thing that you need to do is that this is an hexagonal base. So you take distance 1 and 2 with your compass like this. Take distance 1 and 2 on the hexagon. You put the point of your compass at 4. You make an arc here. This is 1. We are going to make 6. So then you bring it here. This is 2. Then you bring it here. This is 3. Bring it here. This is 4. So you put it here. This is 5. And you put it here. This is 6. Alright, so the next thing you are going to do is that, so if we open it from here, we are going to have 4 here. As I said, we will also have 4 here. 4 will be on both sides. 4 will be on both sides, as we have here. This is 4 to be on both sides. Then, so here we have 4, 4. When you open it from here, you are going to have 4 on the right side and 4 on the left side. But when I come to this line contains 3 and 5. So this point will be 0.3 and this point will be 0.5, like this, because you are going to have this same line on both sides. Then this line contains 2 and 6. So you put 2 here and you put 6 here. So by the time we open it, we are opening to this point. So this point 1 will be in the middle. So here we have what? We have 1. Yeah, so the next thing we are going to do is that join each of these points with point O here. Just look at it. So you join this with point O. So you join this point with point O. So you join this point. This point, you join it with point O, like this. So you join this point. So you join this point with point O. So this point also. So you join it with point O. So you do the same thing for this last one. So you join this with point O, like this. Alright, so after you have done this, so the next thing you are going to do is that you join point 3 and 4 together with a straight line. So you join point 2 and 3 together with a straight line. Point 1 and 2, you join them together with a straight line. So point 6 and 1, so you join them together with a straight line. Point 6 and 5, or 5 and 6, join them together with a straight line. Point 4 and 5, you join them together with a straight line. Okay, so after you have done this, so the next thing that you need to do is that you put your compass at point O here. Put your compass at point O. You extend to this point where the cutting plane touch line 4. Extend to this point here. I believe you can see it. Extend to this point. Then you bring the compass to point O here. Bring it to point O here. You make an arc here on 4. So we have 4 on both sides. You also make an arc here on this 4. Then from O to this point that contains 3 and 5. So you bring the pinpoint of your compass to point O. So you make an arc here. Then you make an arc on 3, make an arc on 5 here. Make an arc on 5. Then from this point to the point that contains 2 and 6, which is this point here, from O to this point. So you take it with your compass and you put the pinpoint of the compass here, make an arc on, make an arc on 2 and make an arc on 6. So the last one from O to the point that the line that contains 1 and 4. So to this point, so you take this point and bring it here. So you make an arc on 1. So here we have what? This a point. So we have this point. So we have this point. We have this. Okay, we have this point. So we have this point. So this point here, this point, and this point. Alright, so all these points will be joined together with the use of, join them together with straight lines. So we are going to join this together. So we are producing straight lines because this is a pyramid. So it can't give us a curve. It's a pyramid. So all the lines will be drawn straight. Okay. So we connect this. So we are going to connect this together with this. Then so we connect this. All right, so okay, so the next thing is we are going to make this line, so make it thick. So this line, so make it thick. So this line also make it thick, because as you can see here, we can see those edges. So make this a thick line. So you also make this a thick line. Then you make this a thick line. And you also make this a thick line. All right, so when you are done with this, this is the surface development of the object. So I've answered 5 different questions that you may be asked to answer in WAEC. The first 4 questions will earn you 20 marks. So if they add this also to the question that you have to answer, everything will be 20 marks. So if this is not added, they will still give you 20 marks here. But if this is added, they will still give you 20 marks. They will still give you 20 marks. So follow the way I do it. Do your own. Do your own. Look for questions. The same methods that I've used, apply. So what you need to do is to practice technical drawing. It's simple. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Share this video and other videos that I've produced with your friends who are technical drawing students. Make sure you hit the like button, and then you'll be getting notification if you hit the notification bell. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. God bless you.